Imagine living on a tight budget, with bills piling up and not knowing where your next meal will come from. This was Jane's reality. Jane was a single mother of two, living in a small apartment in the city. She worked 2 jobs, but the income was barely enough to cover her basic needs. Life was a constant struggle, but Jane was determined not to let her financial circumstances define her life or her children's future. She faced each day with courage, knowing that she had mouths to feed, bills to pay, and dreams to fulfill. She was always juggling, often choosing between necessities. Rent or groceries, school supplies or electricity, these were the tough choices Jane had to make every day. But Jane was resilient. She knew that she couldn't change her situation overnight, but she also knew that she couldn't afford to do nothing. So she started learning about personal finance. She read books, listened to podcasts, and scoured the internet for tips and strategies on how to manage money better. And she didn't just learn, she took action. She started by creating a budget, cutting out unnecessary expenses, and prioritizing her spending. She saved every penny she could, no matter how small. She started a side hustle to earn extra income. She learned about investing and started saving for her children's education. She paid off her debts and started building an emergency fund. It wasn't easy, and there were many setbacks along the way, but Jane persisted. She never lost sight of her goal, to provide a better life for her children and to break free from the cycle of poverty. Today, Jane is thriving. She is no longer living paycheck to paycheck. She has savings, investments, and a stable income. She has financial security and peace of mind. She has transformed her life and the future of her children. Jane's story proves that no matter how tough your financial situation might seem, there's always a way out. It takes determination, resilience, and smart financial strategies. But more than anything, it takes a belief in oneself and the courage to take the first step. Jane's first step towards financial freedom was creating a budget. Now, budgeting might sound like a chore, but it's actually a powerful tool that can transform your financial situation. Imagine being the master of your money, knowing exactly where each penny goes. That's what budgeting can do for you. Creating a budget does not have to be complicated. Start by jotting down your monthly income. Then list out all your expenses, from rent and bills to groceries and transportation. Don't forget the little things like your morning coffee or that magazine you buy once a week. Every penny counts. Once you have everything listed down, it's time to analyze. Are there areas where you can cut back? Maybe you can make coffee at home instead of buying it, or perhaps you can walk to work instead of taking the bus. Small changes can lead to big savings. Remember, the goal is not to restrict your spending, but to make conscious decisions about where your money goes. A well-planned budget is your first step towards financial freedom. Jane realized the importance of saving no matter how small the amount. Yes, it's true, saving can be a challenge, especially when you're living on a lean budget. But it's not impossible. It's about prioritizing, it's about making conscious choices. Consider this. If you were to put aside just $1 a day by the end of the year, you would have saved $365. Now that's a tidy sum, isn't it? And if you can't spare $1, start with a dime. It's not about how much you save, it's about getting into the habit of saving. And while you're at it, don't forget to save on the little things. Those unused gym memberships, those impulsive online purchases, they all add up. By cutting back on non-essentials, you can save more than you think. Remember, every penny saved is a penny earned. So start small, but start now. Your future self will thank you. Jane cut out unnecessary expenses to stretch her income. Now, how can you do the same? First, keep a keen eye on where your money goes. Small, seemingly insignificant purchases can add up over time. That daily gourmet coffee, for instance, might be a luxury you can do without. Second, consider cheaper alternatives. Instead of dining out, why not try cooking at home? Not only is it a fun skill to learn, but it can also save you a considerable amount each month. Third, don't be shy to negotiate or ask for discounts. Every penny saved is a penny earned after all. And lastly, consider whether you truly need an item before buying. Impulse purchases can be a real budget killer. So pause, think, and then decide. Remember, the goal is not to deprive yourself, but to make smarter choices with your money. By doing this, you might be surprised at how much you can save. Cutting unnecessary expenses is like giving yourself a raise. Jane didn't just rely on her primary income, she looked for additional income streams. You see, the secret to financial success doesn't lie solely in how much you can save or how tightly you can budget, but also in how effectively you diversify your income. How exactly can you do this? Well, there are numerous ways. You could pick up a side hustle. Perhaps you have a knack for graphic design, or maybe you're a whiz at building websites. Use these skills to your advantage and offer your services on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork. Alternatively, you could explore the world of passive income. This might be through investments, renting out a room on Airbnb, or even starting a blog or YouTube channel that could potentially earn advertising revenue. Remember, every little bit counts. It might not seem like much at first, but over time, these additional income streams can significantly bolster your financial standing. Multiple income streams can provide financial stability and open opportunities for growth. Jane knew the value of investing wisely. Now you might be thinking, investing? That's for the wealthy. But here's a secret. You don't need a fortune to start investing. Even a small amount can make a big difference over time. It's all about understanding the power of compounding. Let's imagine you put away just $20 every month into an investment account. It may not seem like much, but over a decade, that's $2,400. Now, if you've chosen an investment with an average annual return of 5%, you're looking at nearly $3,000. That's $600 you've earned just by letting your money work for you. Investing wisely is about more than just making money. It's about securing your financial future and creating a safety net for yourself. So don't shy away from investing. Start small, be patient, and watch your wealth grow. Investing isn't just for the rich, it's for anyone who wants to build wealth. Jane understood the importance of having an emergency fund. Just like Jane, we all need to grasp the crucial role an emergency fund plays in our financial stability. It's a buffer against unexpected expenses. Car repairs, medical emergencies, or sudden job loss. These can all strike without warning. So how do you start building an emergency fund? First, determine a realistic goal for your emergency fund. Most experts recommend having 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses saved up. Next, start small. Even stashing away a few dollars each week can add up over time. Consider automating your savings. A small, regular transfer from your checking account to your savings account can make the process seamless and hassle-free. Remember, it's not about how much you save, but that you're saving consistently. And don't be discouraged if progress seems slow. The journey to financial stability is a marathon, not a sprint. An emergency fund is your financial safety net. Jane prioritized paying off her debts. As we all know, debt can be a significant obstacle to financial freedom. It's like a ball and chain, holding you back from reaching your goals. But don't worry, it's not a life sentence. There are ways to manage and pay off debts effectively. Start by understanding your debt. Know who you owe, how much you owe, and the interest rates. This will help you create a plan of attack. Next, consider employing the snowball method, where you focus on paying off your smallest debts first while making minimum payments on larger ones. As each small debt is paid off, roll the money you were paying on that debt into the next smallest balance. Or you might opt for the avalanche method, paying off the debts with the highest interest rates first. Both methods have their merits, and you should choose the one that suits your situation best. Remember, paying off debt requires discipline and sacrifice, but the freedom that comes with being debt-free is priceless. Debt-free is the way to be. Jane never stopped learning about financial management. Like Jane, we all must understand that the journey to financial freedom is paved with knowledge. When it comes to money, the more you know, the further you can go. You see, the world of finance is ever evolving, and the rules of the game can change without notice. To stay ahead, we must be ready to evolve and adapt. That means continually educating ourselves about money management, investment strategies, and financial trends. Reading finance books, attending seminars, or even watching YouTube videos like this one can help us stay informed and make better financial decisions. You don't need a degree in finance to handle your money well. You just need to be curious and willing to learn. Remember, the key to escaping the cycle of financial struggles is not just earning more, but knowing more. So let's make a pledge to never stop learning. Because knowledge is power, especially when it comes to finances. Jane's story and these 8 tips show that it's possible to thrive on a low income. Let's quickly recap. First, proper budgeting is your roadmap to financial freedom. Second, cultivate the habit of saving, no matter how little. Third, avoid unnecessary expenditure. It's not about what you earn, but what you save. Fourth, find additional income streams. Diversify your sources of income. Fifth, invest wisely. Let your money work for you. Sixth, build an emergency fund, because life can be unpredictable. Seventh, pay off your debts as soon as possible. And finally, never stop learning. Equip yourself with financial knowledge and skills. Remember, folks, no matter your current financial state, there's always hope. With resilience, determination, and the right tools, you too can escape financial struggles. Subscribe to Online with Teresa for more inspiring stories and practical tips. Also, I'd love to hear from you, so please comment below. Remember, your financial future is in your hands.